Okay, so I'm back on again tonight because I definitely wanted to speak on something about these mothers out here. Like, I mean, even though I got going on what I got going on with my daughter, the move, this, that, and the third, I still believe I'm an awesome mother. I ain't so perfect, but I'm definitely awesome. My kids well behaved. I train them. The Bible say train the child in the way they should go. When they're older, they will not depart from it. Um, yeah, I'm about that life. I literally just had a call on God because I watched a YouTube video and I was triggered because this mother, if we can call her that, she was in an apartment with her son. The son evidently had been brought, he was with a girl or whatever, a lady. He had been brought another chick to the girl's place and cheated with the chick or whatever. I guess the girl found out because the girl posted pics or whatever on something online, whatever. Their social media had caught up for real, but some of them don't care no way. But anyway, the mom was all in the background, just antagonizing the girl. You hurt. If you was my daughter, I would have been told you to leave a bum Nigga. This is the thing. That's your son though. um. So that was crazy. So yeah, I was triggered because, baby, that whole thing has literally like smacked me in the face for dealing with a dude that's just so close to his mama that it's scary. Um, it's crazy. It just reminded me that that's what my daughter is, and basically being raised by, or I don't know, so quote unquote tended to by him and his mom. It's sickening. Like, it literally, if I did not have the power and the spirit of God on the inside of me, it is so sickening. Like, it definitely would make me throw up. It's just disgusting. Like, it disgusts me, should I say. So anyway, so that part, and what type of female are you to even do that? But I've seen this coming a long time ago. And I guess I should have took it when we were young. See, I was 17 years old, and when I thought I was gonna have a baby at 17, she hurried up and she was like, "I'll do his part," and I'm just sitting here like, I mean, even then, I'm like, girl, I didn't care how young he was. No, he can do his part. You know what I'm saying? And had I had that child, which I was forced to get the abortion or whatever, but had I had that child, I would have. Like I've been doing. No, I'm enforcing that he do what he's supposed to do regarding his child. I don't need to do that with you. Not saying you can't be a grandma, whatever, but I'm not. That's not what this is. So it was too much. It was overbearing. And then the mom in the video just kept saying, that boy came out this PUSSY. All of that, I'm just like, oh God. So then it has me just thinking, because I have two sons. Lord knows, I hope I never ever have to cross that path, and not because I'm dead and can't interact with my kids, and you know what I'm saying, and they have their, I'm gonna say, spouse, not just a girlfriend or whatever. But the mom was just in there saying, yeah, that's why he dogged you out and this, that, and the third. He should have got with the radiologist. And I'm just like, do you hear yourself, girl? You a sorry, poor excuse of a female. Like, girl ain't nowhere near a mother. But anyway, so he reminded me of all that. I mean, literally, I went through stuff for years with this dude, with my daughter's dad's mom. And of course, now fast forward, I'm not going through anything with her, not up close and personal anyway. It's definitely at a distance, and I recently had a dream about her, but it's just, it's crazy. And I want to say it's a love-hate relationship, but it's just very, very complicated, complex. It's just more than what I expected, and definitely more than what I can bear, again, if I did not have the power of God. Like, I know that somebody would be dead. She has definitely made threats towards me. She's done it in front of my daughter. My daughter has seen it, witnessed it. She, it's all types of stuff. I mean, just boldly let my daughter know that I'm basically holding you hostage from your mom. I'm scared I won't see you, but I mean, in my book, no, the grandparents is not more important than the parent at all. It's no, like, you hold no type of weight. You can want to and all of that or whatever, but you hold no type of weight when it comes to the parent. Now, again, if the parents don't want to do what they're supposed to, that's something different. Then, you know what I'm saying? Step up and do that or whatever. But my daughter got two living parents. That's, again, as far as I know, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm guessing her dad's still walking around here, but I'm still here, and it just is, ooh, that thing triggered me. The other thing I wanted to mention was, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I have been doused in lighter fluid because I laughed at something that was said by somebody, and it's like, I laughed and, like, you know, I wasn't trying to pick on that person, but I closed my door. Wasn't trying to pick on that person, but I was, you know, I had a difference of opinion or difference of opinions or difference of views than that person had, and they said I ridiculed them. I don't just name off who it was. It was actually my boys' father. This was, gosh, probably 2013 or 14, something like that. I think it's 2013 or 14. We were sitting out there cooking on the grill, and it was lighter fluid next to the grill, and I laughed, and I mean, we was talking about something regarding Beyonce not being able to get out of whatever she's deep in or whatever, and you know, he had mentioned that, and I was just laughing. I was like, yes, she can. You know, if she turned to God, I don't know. I just firmly believe that anybody who turns to God and do it, and you know what I'm saying, don't turn it back on God, they can get out of it. It's just, that don't mean there's not going to be no consequences. But anyway, so that was that. And the next thing I know, he felt like I was laughing at him or whatever. I was just laughing at the comment that was made, or the fact that he felt like and believed that, you know, you're so deep in it. And he doused me in lighter fluid, and next to a lit grill, you know. Then, of course, it got all in my eyes. I could have been blinded. Thank God I wasn't. It got all in my eyes. It got all in my hair. It got everywhere. He poured it all over me. And I was just laughing. So, of course, naturally, my laugh turned into, like, what's going on? Confusion. And, my goodness. So then, I couldn't see. So he took my phone. He threw my phone over my next door neighbors. And, threw my phone over the fence of my next door neighbors, and he went over there and got it. But that was, of course, looking back, that was so I wouldn't call the cops and give him an assault charge or whatever charge comes along with that. And I didn't pay attention. Of course, I'm so blinded by love or infatuation or whatever, and I didn't call the cops. And he's like, and he told me, instructed me, go in there and take a shower or whatever. So I mean, I'm gonna get the stuff off of me anyway. But yeah, I went in there and took a shower. And then I think my daughter either came home, got brought home or something like that. And as soon as she came home, I was just letting her know, you know, you could have lost me today. And I didn't really tell her why then, because she was only like, blah, 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 blah. What was she? Maybe she was like, I don't know. But she came in, I was like, girl, she might have been 7. But yeah, I was like, girl, you could have lost me today. And that was just that or whatever. So it's crazy. And yeah, he could have gotten an assault charge, but he made the quickest moves to know what to do to confuse me and to, like, make sure that I did not call on him. Then was another time he kicked in my door because he left his phone here, and I didn't unlock the door because I'm like, okay, well, that's your carelessness. Definitely wanted to know what was going on in the phone, whatever. But he got all the way to work, came back, I didn't open my door. He kicked my door in. Then he, you know, in this one, I chose not to call the authority, well, not to get the authorities involved and tell them that it was him. And then he was trying to make up all this stuff or whatever and tell me what to say and all that. And I should have. And then, you know, when I finally got to calling the authorities and involving them regarding him, honey, I just was like, it is what it is. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to get you in no trouble, but I'm not dealing with the the foolery. The I wouldn't say the other word, but yeah. Been thinking about that and just incidents where I've been threatened by my daughter's dad's mom. I mean, numerous occasions. Bitch, I'm gonna whoop your ass and this, that, and the third. And just, I mean, that was her literal words, and I'm just like, oh god. And again, it was just sickening the type of dealings that they have with each other, and I don't understand how my daughter can sit over around that. I don't know. She relates to them in a different way than I did, because I don't relate to them at all now. I don't be trying to. You know, they're in her bloodline, but I just be like, and just that recent dream that I had about that lady, and Lady Thug at that, but yeah, it's just a mess. Oh, and then I forgot to mention that, you know, today is one day before my mom's birthday, which is August the 11th. It's not tomorrow, but it, you know, the next day after, whatever. So that's something else. A few years ago, I think 2019 or something, had a 50, I guess she, so what would that be? She turning 50, hold on, if she turned 50 in 2019, 2020, 51, 2021, I guess she turned 52, I don't know, honey, I don't really know, keeping up. I would call it a blessing. I'm not gonna, you know, take it away from anybody who makes it to a certain age that they're not blessed, but because of just everything that have going on, I'm just like, I'm like, I just leave it at that. And what I was going to mention about 2019, my mom had, I guess, a party or whatever, and she had my daughter's grandma come and cook for her and stuff like that, cater or whatever. That whole thing, it was just it was crazy. Both turning 50 in that year, I don't know. My daughter's dad's mom might be a year or so older, but I don't know. Anyway, 50 years old, 50th party, and I'm just like, must be nice. Um, yeah, it's just a mess. It's crazy. So, all that or whatever, and I said all that, and I need to say this, like, I entangled myself with him, and then it became them when I was younger, and I did not mean to. It was can we talk? It was a rebound relationship as far as I remember. I did not approach her dad at all. He approached me. He kept on approaching me for like maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month or whatever, until I finally gave him my number. He had the confidence finally to come up to me, asking me for my number after he sent somebody else at first. And then when he finally did, I just gave him my number. And, you know, not knowing that he didn't have good intentions or whatever for me. You know, maybe he had a better intention when he was younger, but over time, them intentions got, oh my goodness, diabolical. And so I did. I was at a lonely place. I was at a new school. Didn't know anybody, so I basically just, whoever took to me and wanted to talk to me or whatever, that's what it was. And so, and then I think it's like he realized, okay, she don't associate with nobody. She ain't got no friends or whatever. I didn't have no friends at that school. I had associates, but that was it. I just had my little boyfriend, I thought, and that was that. And I was in the arms of another dude because I had just got out the arms of being with another dude or whatever, and I was like, ugh, you know, it is what it is. I had a stepdad took care of me or whatever. I'm sure he probably hugged us when we was younger or whatever, and at times, but I'm not his biological daughter. And then my dad was off with other females in so-called families or whatever, so I didn't really get that affection and that whatever. Not to say I never been around and interacted. I did interact with my dad at times or whatever, but it was very far and few and far between, how do you say it? So end up in the arms of little boys, whether it's knuckleheads or whatever. So see, that's what I'm sitting over here trying not to do, raising these little knuckleheads, raise boys with bad intentions. Now, I do see the reality that they develop into their own individual stuff, and then their environment and stuff shapes them. So I'm gonna say a good 80-90%. My kids are good, but there's that 10%, that 1 to 10% that they're exposed to probably inappropriate stuff. I mean, because they got stuff online. They could do stuff while you sleep, whatever. I restrict certain stuff, but at the same time, it's hard to enforce when you sleep. um, I mean, and it's just hard operating as a single mother anyway. No father in the home, and this and the third, and all that. Not to put all my business out there, but yeah. And what was I gonna say? So yeah. I'm trying not to raise no knuckleheads, and I don't refer to my sons as niggas and all this, and you know, so I just don't. They're young men, and you know, I hope that they grow into gentlemen, and that I can help to instill some stuff. But you know, God truly have to lead me. Like their biological dad literally left me with something on my hands. I mean, and they are not bad dudes at all. They don't have, they're not bad attitudes. They respect me. They love me. But they, kids are kids. They boys. I'm the only female in here. And yeah, that little one, I gotta watch. No, I gotta watch both of them. But that little one, he be getting a little. Some people would term it as feisty or a little, you know, he could be a little shady. Yeah, I gotta correct myself. He's not shady. He's not disrespectful. He's just a little, he would, okay, some people would deem it as a difficult. He's the more difficult one of the two, if, but he's not. They're really a good dude. They really some good dudes, both of them. All kids, well, I'm not gonna say all kids, but they have their moments where they try to sneak and get away with certain stuff, maybe like eating certain candy or getting on devices if they know they ain't supposed to and stuff like that. But they treat each other with respect. They love each other. They do let each other, especially the younger one, let the older one know when he's annoying him. Um, they let me know, and I'll be looking at them nicely. I love them. I'm thankful for them as my daughter as well. You know, I love her. I'm thankful for her, but I just have to speak on that because, and I can't blame it all on the moms. It's a mom that got left behind by a father because the father went his own separate way, or you know, some cases the woman might have left the dude alone, but for whatever reason, the father left the home, left the kids with the mom, and so it's not all the mom, and that's why I try to be understanding with my daughter's dad's mom. I just cannot. I refuse to call her grandma. I used to, but you know, I have some sympathy or whatever, but at the same time, you know, that's your stuff to work out. Whatever happened between you and your quote unquote baby daddy. And that's what another area she had me messed up. She just kept saying baby mom and just speaking that over my life. Honey, okay, I might not be married to him and I don't want him, but I'm the mother of his daughter. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So we already that's coming at your mouth. We already ready to look down and disrespect me and stuff like that. And she did. Threatened me. We basically came to blows or whatever, but my stepdad had jumped in between, and you know, it never like went to the fullness or whatever. She claimed to apologize. I didn't want to get to physical altercation with them, but she's apologized so many times. But then she turns around and she just is meddlesome again, and she just is, if like she just forgets or get amnesia. I mean, it could be she smoked too much weed. I don't know, cause she's a smoker. But she gets amnesia, like she ain't just apologizing. That's the part that be pissing me off. Like, damn, if I apologize to somebody, I'm gonna purpose not to do that to them again. So, honey, see, this me. I be trying not to have nothing to apologize to nobody for. I mean what I say what I mean, and that's that. Now, if I really truly did something, I'm not even gonna say to offend you, because some stuff is just gonna offend. Sometimes the truth is just gonna offend you. But if I know that it was wrong, if I know and it's weighing on my conscience, then I'm gonna apologize. But she has apologized. I mean, since Kingdom came and went, and she never really stands on it. She always be having something underlying where she don't repent. She don't turn away from that same behavior. She has tried to get stuff stirred between me and her son. She had called CPS on me when I was homeschooling my kids. Just very meddlesome. And again, I seen this lady on the news long before I ever met her. Just didn't know that I was going to interact with her because her son was with the one who was crossing the highway, and she ended up getting hit by a truck. And so I've seen her, so that was God already letting me know and giving me a heads up. But I did not know spiritual things, so I didn't think I was ever gonna run into this lady. I seen her. What was that? That had to been when we was getting ready to go to the 8th grade. Then I met her son when I was in the 11th grade. So I wish I'd have known. But it's all good. To God be all the glory. I hope that my daughter did take heed to what I have taught her and instilled in her, and just let her know, you got a spiritual life, honey. You're not just a physical being, but you have a spiritual life, and you need to be taking heed, pay attention to what you. But I just, it's so okay. I feel like I was going to run into her son or whatever, but I just made the wrong decisions with him, and I can acknowledge and admit that part. I was young. I was kind of like out there or whatever, because I had just prior to that, within that last 2 years before I got to 11th grade, lost my virginity and all that other, you know what I'm saying? So there, you had that. I made some bad decisions, but and of course if I could take it back, I definitely would. I always have a hard time with that because I just don't feel like I would ever trade my daughter. Even feeling this, I would never trade my daughter. But I trade the parent that I had her with. If it was possible, I would, But she wouldn't have the genetic makeup that she had me. She was somebody else. But anyway, that's the. I just, like I said, I wish I knew to pray to know how to deal with these people as opposed to what I was doing now. Was somebody else praying for me? Evidently they was, because I dealt with that situation. I made it through. I feel like I'm still coming through, but I made it through. And I can just say, I pray that my daughter just makes it through that, which I pray to her is very short-lived when it comes to certain stuff. Not having a relationship with people, but if that's God's will, okay, short-lived if it gotta be. But it's just certain. It's not. I can't say it's not what they do, but how they do it. Because it's what they've done and how they did it. It's both. So I feel like it's wrong. I can't really call it error because I can't really discern. Just being real with myself. I'm not gonna say I used to have a spirit of discernment and just don't now. I just can't discern this or like understand it, should I say? And but there was a time when, baby, it was blatant error, and I seen it and I knew it as that. Now I can call it that, and it's probably because she is with her dad, and that's part of supposedly her covering, but I really think it's the other way around. He got her in some type of way covering him, maybe covering for him, but definitely some kind of covering. To me that's so dangerous, and it's just crazy. But as a mother, I have to still pray for my daughter, and pray and trust God that she comes through that. And again, I've seen times where she could have just walked out and came with me, but for whatever reason, whether she was empowered or led astray, I don't know. Either way it go, well, not either way it go, but hopefully she was empowered to do what she's doing, not led astray, but she was led to do what she did, make the decision that she made to remain in that environment. Influence, so to me, I definitely feel like it's influenced by material things or whatever, but I don't know. I'm kind of trying to understand this dream that I recently had or whatever, but yeah, I'm good. God knows the detail, and that's the main thing. My goodness, this is just. It's really rough. It's rough, especially if you do not have the presence and the spirit of God. I can come in here and I can just turn to Him. I can talk to Him. I can also get on here and then speak about it or whatever. But yeah, but I'm off this thing. That's just some of what was on my mind this evening.